Hello guys, and what's up? And today let's see whether the minimum requirements for Windows 10 is enough to run. So here I'm in the official Microsoft webpage, and here it says the processor needs to be 1 GHz or faster, and 1 GB for 32-bit and 2 GB for 64-bit, and hard drive space is 16 GB or 20 GB for 64, and we are gonna install 64-bit, so 20 GB, 2 GB of RAM, and we don't really care about the graphics processing unit because it doesn't matter in a virtual machine, and the display resolution is 800 by 600. So let's create a virtual machine similar to that. Let's name it Windows 10. Next, 2048 megabytes of RAM. And then you have to create 20 gigabytes of. Click on create and go to settings, display, enable 3D acceleration and storage, and here let's add the 64-bit. Click on OK and click on start. So we got the boot screen, and it might take a while because the BIOS should read out from the CD, and right now we got the boot screen of Windows 10, and let's wait for. And now we are granted with the installation menu. Oh, look at this. It's choppy. It's a bit laggy compared to my desktop. Never mind. Let's click on next. Install. It's starting. But I can feel the lagginess from my main computer. So this will take some time, and okay. I'm not, as I'm using a virtual machine, I'm not going to activate. I don't have a product key. And then let's install Windows 10 Pro. Click on next. Accept. Next. Custom new advanced, and here just click on next. Okay, we'll wait for this to load, and I'll be back. So now we are finally at the out-of-box experience, and still it's a little bit more choppy, or I mean laggy. Okay, let's set United States, and again United States. Yes, skip. Why do I need to add another keyboard in the virtual machine? Okay, now we have some important setup to do. 10 slow ED. ED stands for edition because it doesn't support more than that. So click on next. Who cares about password? Next. Accept. Again, just a moment. Why is it just blinking? Let Cortana help you. Okay, let's accept for right now. Okay. We're getting everything ready for you. And this might take several minutes. Okay, let me wait for some more minutes and I'll be back. Okay, so the installation is completed, and no, I don't want this PC to be discoverable by other PCs. Maybe later. Yeah, it's a bit choppy. I can feel the lagginess. What about performance? Okay. 1.3 gigabyte. Okay, works. Seems to work. Doesn't give much performance, but works. But the CPU is on 100%, and 1.2 gigabyte is being used up from 2 gigabytes, so 65% of our RAM, 100% of our CPU, 98. Okay, it's varying. And let's see how much storage is being used. This PC, just 8 gigs, free of 19 gigs. So 10 gigs is being used up. And yeah, it's okay to use. Not really like terrible, but yeah, it's okay to use. Yeah, it's lagging. Of course it lags. So yeah, it runs on the minimum system requirements, but not really great. And if you're looking for a system with good speed, don't focus on the CPU. Focus mostly on RAM. Because even if you throw, for example, Ryzen 9 5950X CPU and just 2 GB of RAM, then yeah, it is going to be terrible. It will be completely laggy, even if you have a really high-end processor. But if you have, let's say, 16 GB of RAM and an old Intel Core i3 processor, for example 7100, then yeah, processor can handle it and your system will be also faster. The RAM only has the ability to catch the data and give it to the operating system, because the RAM only has a quick storage. Right now I have clicked on Microsoft Edge, and only right now it opens. Now let's see how much applications we can launch in this 2 GB of RAM. Look at the start menu. It's taking a lot of time. So just if you have a web browser open, your 2 GB is gone. Yeah, you can't really launch many applications. Can you hear how much click do I make with my mouse? Okay, it still seems to be okay with all of those struggles. Okay, everything is completely gone, or I mean lagging. Let's launch everything. Let's do whatever I want. I'm not sure how much RAM was being used up, because everything is just stuck. We are using 1.8 gigabytes out of 2 gigabytes. Only 200 megabytes left. And the CPU is just bottlenecking. Now let's increase the RAM and see how it performs. So now it's booting with 4 gigabytes of memory. And let's see how much better performance we get. So now it is not really that much lagging, but it's still lagging with 4 gigabytes of RAM. Now let's open up Task Manager, and yeah, it's still lagging. I accept it. It's still lagging, and the CPU also matters, but not that much. RAM is only takes part in most of the activities. So there is 2.7 gigabyte available out of 4 gigabyte. And yeah, so I think you have got a better idea of whether Windows 10 can run in its minimum system requirements. And I hope you have enjoyed it. Leave a like, comment, and most importantly, smash the subscribe button. And I'll catch you next time.